Today we're trying the only Michelin-starred steakhouse in New York City, Cote. We're Kristin and Will, and we're on a mission to find the best food in New York. We've tried some of the best steaks in the city, but we're yet to cook one ourselves. Let's see how we do.
I am so excited to be at Cote. Sorry for how loud it is, but it is so much fun in here. They're blasting the music. I love how all the walls are black. There are these dark countertops that are just beautiful. And then there are these pops of light wood with pink neon signs. Every table also gets their own grill, which feels so good right now because it is so cold and it's nice and hot. We also get our own chef, which I love, so that we don't have to worry about cooking the food ourselves. But yeah, we could try if we want.
So not only is Cote the only Michelin-starred steakhouse in the city, it's also the only Michelin-starred Korean barbecue restaurant in the world. And what's really nice is that they actually have a butcher's feast experience, which is a curated selection by the chef of 4 different meats. All of them are USDA prime and American Wagyu beef, so they all should be fantastic. They're gonna bring them to us raw, as well as a bunch of different sides and accompaniments and dessert all included in that for $74. So that makes picking what you want really easy. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Cheers.
We just got our drinks. I ordered the Nomad at night and I love the presentation. The color is beautiful. I feel like it matches the theme of this place. Let's give it a try. Wow, that is awesome. I taste so much watermelon, and it's got a little bit of spice. I also taste like a little bit of apple. Super fruity and refreshing. Oh, so good.
So I got the Velvet Elvis, which looks beautiful. It's a mezcal drink, and she said that the smokiness of the mezcal really complements the smokiness that you're gonna get on the meat from the grill. So I didn't need to be convinced. That sounds fantastic. I'm gonna give it a try. Wow, that's so good. Definitely get a lot of dark berries, like a blueberry, blackberry flavor. And the smokiness of this mezcal is so good. I also love the presentation. I can't wait to have it with the steak.
Hanger steak, USDA prime, first up. So this year, a nice big piece of our dry-aged beef tallow.
They just put the hanger steak on the grill, the mushrooms, some rice cakes. They said the mushrooms and rice cakes are gonna take a little while, so we're just gonna leave it there, and then it'll be a nice little surprise when it's ready. But this hanger steak looks incredible. It's so marbled and cut perfectly. These grills are also incredible too because they're smokeless, so it kind of sucks all the smoke in so you don't get the smell, and it's nice there's not like huge vents in front of us so that we can talk. Like, the technology and design is incredible. The steak is ready. I cannot wait to try it. I'm gonna try it alone first, and then I'm gonna try it with the steak sauce that they gave us. But it's crazy because there's so many different combinations to eat this. Let's try it. Oh my goodness. The flavor on that is unreal. It's like kind of garlicky, salty. I love the char from the grill. It tastes like a little smoky. It melts in my mouth like if there's these little pockets of fat, which are just so flavorful. Now let's try it with the sauce. This looks so good. I'm gonna get a lot of it so I could really taste it. No way. First off, I love the consistency. It's almost like a paste. I taste the garlic. I also taste like a strong soy sauce flavor. Get some onion in there. Wow. So the last way to eat the hanger steak is to make a wrap. So I got a lettuce wrap, a piece of hanger steak with this incredible sauce on it, and some scallion salad. Let's try it. I love that scallion salad. It's so flavorful. There's like pepper in my mouth right now and like some onion flavor, and the lettuce is so nice and crispy with the steak. I do have to say though, I think I prefer the steak on its own, especially with the sauce. It is so good. I just feel like the steak has so much flavor on its own that like everything else, especially that scallion salad, kind of overpowers it. But it's so cool to try new things.
45 dry-aged ribeye. It's gonna be a little bit on the leaner side, earthy flavors to this as well.
Now let's try this 45-day dry-aged ribeye. I'm gonna try it first without any sauces. Wow, this one to me isn't as flavorful as the first one, but you get bites of fat. Oh, and they taste so good. It's also so tender, and I love how I could still taste a little bit of char from the grill. You eat this one with these leaves. Not sure what kind of leaves they are, but you're supposed to put one piece of steak in the leaf and then wrap it together. I love how each piece of steak kind of has its own unique experience. Like all these different sides are supposed to complement, I guess, a different steak, which is so cool. Okay, let's try it. That is so unique. It's got this like dark green flavor, almost like Swiss chard or something. And that sauce on it is kind of spicy, and it's a perfect complement with the steak. I could see why this steak pairs so well with those leaves, because the steak is like a little bit more bland, but that has so much flavor and it adds all these extra textures. Now let's try this mushroom. So there's all this broth that naturally comes out of the mushroom and cooks in the middle of it. It's so cool. I've never seen anything like that before. But she said that we should try this broth first. Wow, that is so good. Oh, I love mushrooms. So good. And that broth is so savory. I can't believe like how much flavor comes out of the mushroom. Okay, now let's try this rice cake. Apparently it's supposed to be more of like a palate cleanser. That is unreal. It's like the perfect vessel to taste the char off the grill. And it almost like has a bread-like consistency. Let's try this American Wagyu. Just came off the grill. I'm gonna try it on its own first. That is crazy. So flavorful. I love the char. It's also like the perfect consistency. Like it melts in my mouth, but like you could taste that fat flavor. This might be the best piece of steak I've ever had in my life. The flavor, the texture, the consistency. Amazing. Oh my God, what a meal. Last but not least is this short rib. They cut it in what they call a diamond cut, so there's more space for it to be charred from the grill, and they cook it a little bit longer too, so it gets like nice and crispy on the outside. Oh, it looks so good. You could see the char, like out of all the meats, this one definitely looks the most crispy. Let's try it. Oh, I think that's the most flavorful one yet. It is so good. It almost tastes like sweeter than the other meats and like buttery. The char adds like such a nice smokiness. This is so good. Like I just want to eat it on its own. It's so good. I need to savor every single bite. So the butcher's feast isn't like a ton of steak. It's a good amount, but it comes with all these sides. Some you eat with the steak, some you eat without. So you kind of fill up on all this as well. Let's give some a try. All right, so I guess I'll start with this kimchi. The cabbage is so crunchy and there's this like nice spiciness to it. That's really good. They also gave us this other type of kimchi. Wow, that one tastes like a little bit starchier to me, and it's like less watery. I think you get more of the spice. Now let's try the stews. So this one I think has potato and tofu, looks like some zucchini and peppers. So I have a piece of tofu, I have a piece of potato, some veggies, and some rice. The broth is so savory and oily, but yet it has like spices from the pepper. But the potato is a nice compliment because it like soaks in all the juice, but adds that extra starch. Now let's try this kimchi stew. Wow, that one's definitely richer. The little bits of meat in there are so good, so tender, and are such a nice compliment to the kimchi and that broth. It's definitely a heavier stew than this one. This is like a light and airy veggie stew, whereas this is more of like a spin on a beef stew. Now let's try this egg souffle. Wow. It's so soft, but yet rich, and these scallions on top add like a little bit of crunch, a little bit of like oniony flavor. There's pepper on it. It's like the perfect side to munch on while you have a little bit of steak. It's like steak and eggs, but like dinner style. So for dessert with the butcher's feast, we got this vanilla ice cream with a soy caramel sauce. It looks amazing. Look at that. Wow. That is so different. Oh my goodness. The vanilla bean is so strong. It's so creamy. And that caramel sauce, I definitely taste the soy sauce flavor, but it's a really nice complement with the sweetness of the caramel and the vanilla ice cream. That is incredible. Wow. I love the consistency too. Like it's not super icy. That's so good. What a great way to end the meal.
What an experience. I am so glad we got to try that. Every single piece of steak we had was incredible, and it was so cool to be able to try them all back to back. It really highlights the differences between each cut. If you're new to steakhouses or Korean barbecue, I think this is the perfect place to come and try everything that they have to offer. Well, if you've ever been to Cote, let us know what you thought of it. Make sure to subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and we will see you guys in the next one.